Because I will tell you, if I hear from a woman that the man talked about himself all night long, 99% of the time that means he didn't like her. Because if a man is not engaging and asking you questions about you, and if the conversation is not flowing easily, and he's talking about himself all night, because he might be self-absorbed, but most men will not talk about themselves unless they usually are not having a good time. And then they can talk about themselves all night long. So if you went out with him and he talks about himself all night, then you need to hear from him again, pay some points. You know, men should be asking you questions about themselves. Don't ever talk about anything ex. Why would you talk about an ex-relationship, an ex-husband, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-fiance, or whatever, if you're in the present and you hope to go into the future? Why would you talk about anybody else? For what reason? Too much information. If they ask, too much information, avoid the question. You know, blame it on me. You can always say, no, I actually read a book, or, you know, you can just say, no, not on the first date. Sorry, next question, and be funny about it. If you're funny, you can get away with murder. A, you don't talk about exes of any sort. B, nobody cares about drama or baggage about family issues. Nobody has to know that you have a sibling or a parent or whoever that you haven't seen or you haven't spoken to. Drama, baggage, TMI. Politics, out of the question. You're not in your right mind if you get into a conversation with a man about politics on a first date. Completely brutal. Small talk, fun things. Travel, oh my God, where's the best place you ever went to? What do you do for the summer? Sports, fun, hobbies, you know, small talk. A first date, as one of my San Diego guys who happens to be engaged, said a first date is to see if there's any chemistry to get you to a second date. A second date, your guard is down, you think, or at least you know, you got to a second date, so, okay, we might like each other, there might be something here, but if the second date is better than the first date, then you're on your way to a third. And then obviously if the third is like really comfortable and you're really having fun and you didn't look at your watch and it was a 4.5 or a 5-hour date, or you could have been on a date 2, 3, or 4 times where you close the restaurant every time and then the guy flakes out because he's a putz and he's 26 and not ready to be in a relationship.
Sounds very familiar.
What?
She's like making a joke.
She says, sounds very familiar.
So men are trained to engage in conversation with a woman on a date. If they don't, then you have to pay attention to them. A lot of people see red flags and choose not to pay attention.